My name is Jack Sutherlin. I'm a freshman at Jesuit High School, and I graduated SCS in 2019. I choose Jesuit because it's a great legacy, and because most of my friends went there.
My name is Jack Douglas. I'm in 8th grade at Jesuit, and I graduated from St. Catherine in 2020. What really made me go to Jesuit was I really did it for myself, and if you're a 7th grader or 6th grader and you're considering it, definitely do, because it's a really good school. And I didn't go here because of my friends. I went here because I trusted my gut and my heart, and this is where I wanted to go, and turns out I was right.
When I came to Jesuit, I thought my 8th grade year was pretty easy with having St. Catherine as my elementary school.
Yes, yes. The teachers are amazing. They just really balance the homework and the classwork really well.
I'm friends with pretty much everybody that went to St. Catherine. We've all been like in a big friend group ever since.
I'm still friends with people that I had at St. Catherine. The ones that go here, I'm still friends with, and even the ones that went to like Rummel or Brother Martin, I'm still friends with.
I've made a lot of great friends. Everybody's really nice with Jesuit, so it's easy to make friends. You just gotta be friendly.
I made a lot of new friends, like probably 20. You make a lot, you meet a lot of new people that are funny, and they're really funny.
It varies. Like sometimes you'll have a lot of homework where you're up till like 10:30, 11, depending on what time you get home, but other times it's just really not that much and you don't have to worry that much.
I have like 3 to 4 subjects a night, but some teachers don't give as much homework as others.
Whenever you have free time during school, like after a test or something, I would consider getting that homework done. And then during lunch, if you can get some homework done, just so you don't have to stress about it all. It took me about 1 to 2 weeks to adjust to Jesuit, just because of the schedule and how stressful it was, but it shouldn't really take that long.
I feel like I fit in like just well. I'm not overwhelmed with anything. Besides the fact that it's 4 floors and it's really big, I'm not really overwhelmed.
The school is very big. You can have classes anywhere around the school and it'll make your schedule a little harder, but not that much. I'm pretty sure around 1,300 kids go to Jesuit.
I kind of got in the first like 2 weeks. The warning bell rings, and then you go to your first class. Then after your first 2 classes, you have homeroom, and the homeroom teachers are really good. And then after your 3rd or 4th period class, you have lunch. Then after lunch, you finish the rest of your day.
You have 6 classes a day, drop a class every day. And the schedule, like each class is like 55 minutes long. And it's gonna feel lengthy, but in the end, the weeks are gonna fly by.
I wake up at, 6 a.m., drive to school with my brother.
My Jesuit day is like waking up at around 6:15, and then my carpool get in here around 6:45, and he's a junior and he drives me to school every day.
We go to our first class.
And then today, the schedule varies every day. You drop a class, but today I had speech first, but instead of doing speech, I'm actually here talking to y'all. And you have lunch at around noon, but there's actually 2 lunches this year, so you can either have the 11 o'clock lunch or the 12 o'clock lunch. And then you get out of school at around 3:10, I'd say.
Go home, eat dinner, homework.
I'm doing a sport at Jesuit, so I've actually had a lot of fun with that, and there's been practice every day after school, so I've always had something to do.
Food here it's actually really good. Like the free pizza that they've had is really good. And I eat lunch in the courtyard, but I have eaten in the commons when it's raining.
Well, I usually bring my lunch, but I do have friends that eat in the cafeteria, and they say that the food is pretty good. And for Jesuit, you can sit just about anywhere you want, such as Will Clark Field, by the courtyard, or in the gym. There's just about all the obvious ones, along with bowling, golf, lacrosse, cross country and track, football and baseball, basketball.
St. Catherine still has a lot of good sports, so does Jesuit. Like Jesuit has lacrosse, soccer, football. The football team here is good. Baseball, tennis, all that, swimming.
Some of them are clubs, so you can sign up during rush week in the gym. And the announcements will say when the tryouts are, and there's a meeting always before the tryouts, so you need to go to those and find out the information about the sport.
Going into the rivalry game was nerve-wracking because I didn't know what the student section was going to be like. Turns out it was really fun, and we threw powder everywhere. That was really cool. And the student section here is crazy.
It really isn't that hard as everybody says it is. As long as you just stay concentrated while doing your homework, you can very easily balance everything out.
They have pretty much everything. They have a ping pong club, foosball, anime, pretty much anything you can imagine, they have it here. There's always, or you can start one if they don't have it.
There are a lot of clubs and there are a very long variety of them. And I think some of the clubs, like if you're interested in some things, you can definitely like either create a club or join that club. For Jesuit, I did not go through an interview process, and I don't think any of my grade did. I know some of the other schools have some, but Jesuit does not.
It's a lot harder work. The work is harder. The homework is, you have more than you do in middle school, I would say.
It's scary thinking that you'll be like some of the biggest kids in middle school just to go into some of the smallest kids in high school, and sometimes it's a tough adjustment, but most of the seniors are pretty nice.
When I was in 7th grade, I heard all these rumors from like sophomores and seniors that it was really hard and you get a lot of homework, which obviously you do, but not as much as they emphasized. All those rumors that y'all hear, they're fake. Don't believe them, and you'll do just fine.
Felt very well prepared for the placement test. I knew most of my questions, but of course there's always those few confusing ones.
Yeah, I feel like I was prepared from St. Catherine, yeah. But the placement test, I worried about it a lot. It's just where you place, but it's still important. Like, don't not try on it.
It definitely is stricter than middle school. Most of them are actually pretty friendly, and as long as you just are a good kid in class, they'll respect you too.
They're stricter than St. Catherine, definitely, but they're still really nice.
My favorite teacher last year was Mr. Michelik. He taught theology, and he was just an overall great teacher. He'd tell us some really funny stories, and he'd connect it with his theology class. It was great.
My favorite teacher is definitely my Christ and Scripture teacher, Mr. Augustine. He's nice, and he loves our class. I think he likes our class the most. Probably says that to his other classes though. So I don't know, but really good teacher, really funny.
I'm taking Spanish 2.
I'm taking Spanish 8, and then next year I'm going to take Spanish 1, and then Spanish 2, and then Spanish 3. Currently I'm taking Spanish 8.
I would say stay organized, because that's going to help you in the end, and staying organized is going to help you get all your work done.
Don't be as nervous as you think that you are.
I would take advantage of my 7th grade year, because it's like when you're one of the bigger people of the school, and it's like being a senior in high school almost.
I've made a lot of new friends. I've done new things. I've done like completely new things that I never could have imagined I could be doing in high school.
I love the people at Jesuit, and I just love the general atmosphere, and it just gives off a good vibe.
I would say definitely consider it, because it's a school that will change your life. Teachers, like I said, are really good. They do a lot.
I would say go, because it's going to change your life forever, and it's going to make you a great person in the end.